Hello everyone, MFPallytime here. Welcome back to Heroes of the Storm. We are on Stukov today on the Tomb of the Spider Queen. The friendly team Stukov follows Sergeant Hammer, Dahaka, and Genji. Since we've last seen Sergeant Hammer on the channel, the orbiting bombardment no longer deals damage to structures. Chromie we just took a look at, and she was changed. Sonya, White Main, brand new to the game, Jim Raynor, and Zagara. I did just play a match with Stukov, and it didn't go as well as I had hoped. We ended up getting one of those weird quick match compositions where you have 3 supports on your team, so you're really relying on your damage to carry a lot of the weight. And that didn't quite happen for us. But I do have at least a first impression of Stukov after his changes. They made it so that his lurking arm, if you get the talent where it expands, it has a timer on it, basically. So you have 4 seconds to silence as much as you can. Otherwise, the talent's gonna go away, or the ability's gonna go away. If you choose not to upgrade it, it works just as it does before. You put your arm on the ground, and it lasts forever. So in certain situations, I can actually see not taking the expanding area to be the better call now, which is weird because it was so far and above the best talent in the tier before, I think. So we have healing pathogens that spread to our allies with our Q ability. We also have a virus we can apply to enemy heroes with our W ability. The virus does a little bit of a slow. It's called Weighted Pustule. And all in all, it's okay. Let it bounce back to me, bud. Thank you. Let's get a bounce to Vala, too. So your mini game with Stukov is trying to get your goop to bounce to as many people as possible, and that if they don't group up and if they don't work with you, it could be a little difficult to do like what you saw there. But your Q, more or less, just kind of does its own thing, and it's something you don't need to think about, usually, in most situations. Our E ability is not good lane clear. I don't want to fool anyone into thinking that it is, but it's the best lane clear that we got, so we're trying to use it. Might be able to finish off that Sonya, doesn't look like it. Did use our bio kill switch with the healing pathogen on Genji, trying to keep him alive there. Maybe my best bet is just to try to silence White Main when we see her setting up for that channeled ability. Just drop a silence right under her feet and then see how she plays. Maybe that's the way to go. No, I want to silence this Sonya for sure. You got that, you got that, you got that, you got that, you got that. I got it! Remember, Stukov also has one of the hardest hitting auto attacks in the game. While it may not hit fast, think of it like the anti-armor shells of Nova. You walk in and all of a sudden you hit him one time and there's going to be a lot of health missing. Hey, bud. He noticed. He's just kind of standing. We'll go ahead and detonate our heal for him. We don't have another one yet. We're going to go for one good spread here. So we just need our Q ability to bounce around to a few allies. Stopping my turn in to make sure they're okay. Once it bounces to a few allies, it's going to lessen the mana cost of the ability. Make it, once again, a little bit easier just to manage what Stukov is doing. Just set it up. Set it up, watch it spread. Now, I don't have delusions of grandeur. I do not think that I can beat a White Main in a trade. Not even a little bit. But I also don't think I have too much to be worried about. Like, I could just kind of walk away from White Main, especially at this stage in the game. Well, he was competent. That's for sure. Oh, I didn't make it out! Jim Raynor! Going from the top of the screen with the Q! Who walks into a gank at 20% health? Just putting me in a bad spot. Looks like both teams are fairly even on XP. Dahaka just kind of taking some damage. Lots of pings happening in the bottom lane. Looks like the rotation from the enemy team is starting to be effective. Vala could just use her words about it if she wasn't silenced.
Once more onto the breach.
I got her, don't you worry. We are going to go for the growing infestation. I do think it's still a pretty good talent. It just doesn't work the same as it used to. So this now gives us a 4-second channel time where we can silence as much stuff as possible. And this area is going to grow as well. So we can effectively cut off a pretty decent portion of the battlefield in an instant just by dropping our silence. If you put this back where the enemy team has to go to retreat, all of a sudden,
So be it.
in order to get away from something, they're putting themselves in harm's way by not being able to use their abilities either. I'm not really able to help this Dahaka from this range. And our team's just kind of split doing their own thing at the moment. So let's heal these guys up first, get one good spread going. Drop a silence here. That way they have to push into this in order to get to me. Stop it to get a heal going. And now we've lost our heal because it didn't bounce in time. That Dahaka unfortunately left us prior to the friendly heal deciding that it needed to go to another host. We could just silence her, right? Yeah. Yeah, that'll work. Run! Get out! I mean, I don't really think that's going to be effective at all. I'm just trying to get their attention off the lane minions and maybe onto me so that gets a little bit more value. It doesn't really look like that's working without. 3 members of the enemy team down the bottom lane. Maybe Chromie rotating up here. Indeed she is. We're not trying to start too much shit with her. We want to get the best push out of this objective as we can, which means joining our team up in the top lane and just letting this spread to keep us all healthy. Look at that. Look at that bounce. It's a thing of beauty. Now this guy's pushed up way too far. We'll go ahead and slow him down here and secure that kill with the pop of the pustule. Using our trait. Oh, we should pick up the butts too. Never mind, miss the butts because I'm bad at this game. We're gonna go for massive shove because I like the idea of just removing white main from these fights. I tried this last game as well and I don't think I used the ability enough. But if we ever see her just walking in and we're like, hey, I'm sick of your shit, we now have a means of getting her out of there. So that's a problem. We just lost our heal once again on Dahaka because he burrowed underground. So it took the cooldown away because technically the projectile left our character. But then, see, I'm just silencing for no reason now. I'm just kind of frustrated. But then it didn't bounce or anything, so it was just gone. It was just gone. That's frustrating. That's always been the worst part of playing Stukov. It's like, why can my ability just get lost? It doesn't make sense. Okay, so I'm gonna remove her from this fight, at least to the best of my ability. Drop down a silence so she can't heal anymore as well. At least that was the plan. Friendly team should be able to finish her off, and we're just spreading the heal to everyone that we possibly can. White main does manage to get away. Oh, well, he's walking away with my heal. Okay. Okay. Way too far forward. I'm a piece of shit. Gotta dodge this spike. You know what? You know what? Get out of here. Never mind, it went on a mini cooldown! Alright, self-casting the heal. Detonate that. We can sippy cup. Start spreading the heal again in just a moment. Doc is still farming middle, even though we're getting sieged by 4 people here. And Sergeant Hammer respawning and going top. So it looks like we're on our own for a moment, boys. Let's go ahead and push her out of that so she can't combo too much. Making this real fucking difficult. Real fucking difficult. We now have Sergeant Hammer sieging up for no reason. This enemy team's gonna get the turn in. We're just too split. Oh man. It's games like this that make me hate playing support. I don't feel like I have any impact on what these guys are doing even a little bit. Trying to silence Sally Whitemane over here. While it does work momentarily, I don't think it was as good as I wanted it to be. Let's go ahead and just try to stun this Sonya. We have 3 seconds before I can detonate another heal, but we need to get it spreading. And with that time trap, I don't think it's gonna spread the way I want it to. Walk out, bud. Just walk out. Just walk out. Jeez. Hard game.
I am renewed.
Hard fucking game. Way more than I thought I was getting myself into when I decided I wanted to play Stukov. Okay. Come on in. The water's fine. We're gonna go for the lurking arm. Costs can be refunded. So if it hits someone 15 times, if you get a really good lurking arm off and it's able to do 15 applications of damage, then the cooldown of it goes away and you're able to cast it again. I was trying to stop Chromie there. I think it worked. Can't do anything for Paula at the moment. Please stop just eating all the damage! Oh, and he got the orbiting. Well, I guess it's not orbiting yet, but that's what it turns into one day, right? Okay, everybody's healed back up. Everybody feeling fine? As always, our team is not grouping for anything. But hey, I think Tahaka was able to get a kill on Zagara. That's pretty okay with me. Was trying to bait her in. Was it wise? It sure fucking was. Hold on, I gotta heal for it. There it is! We got the spread, we got the spread. Stop taking damage from everything! Hold on, I can slow her. Spread it, spread it, spread it. There we go. I got a sippy cup. Maybe someone on our team will come help. Good. That was great.
My web wheels have fallen. Gather gems. They wish to be spared.
Let's get a heal going to him as well if I can. Okay. Trying to mitigate as much damage coming out there with the silence as I could. Didn't quite work.
Enemies.
Nice patch job.
Reasonable request.
Okay, I can't tell if it's just me. I'm getting really frustrated this game. Should I be a team? I feel like we're not really doing much of anything. We're just kind of taking damage over nothing. Am I just reading into it too much?
Well done. The spiders.
Never grouping. We somehow had 3 fucking level lead, but... Oh, Sunny's coming down for me. Let's get the fuck out of there. Hey guys, how you doing? How's the minion damage today? They're all healed. They're good to go. Meanwhile, middle lane. I hope he can get away from that. Let's move in. Let's try to help. Get this spreading through. Please. No reason for us to be split right now. Okay, level 16. We're gonna go for Pox Populi. I always say that wrong. I know it. Good job, good job, good job. Now I can cut off the escape with the silence and secure 2 kills! Finally something went right. Finally something went right.
Killing spree.
Okay.
I will break you.
Good job. Wow. Going in brave. We're still not grouped, and we're kind of just fighting all over the place, but shit, as long as no one dies, I don't mind too much. As long as everyone's A-okay. Taco wants to help Stukov. What do you want to help me with? I still don't think I've got a good use of our arm out yet. Like I want to use it. I want to separate teams and stuff. I just haven't. I don't feel like I've gotten any value out of it. Like the goal is to push White Mane away so that Sonya would just die. Just push her away.
Don't forget to check the pockets.
Yeah, that works.
2 for 1 sale.
Now we can cut off her escape with the silence so she can't heal. So, still pretty good at zone control, except now it has a cooldown. Which is probably how it should have been this whole time, just to be honest. Probably how it should have been this whole time. I'm definitely not going to sit here and say that I'm the best Stukov player. And I don't know if I would recommend this build, although I played it twice and it seems like it's okay. I think the nerfs just brought his E back in line with how the rest of his kit performs. I think that's all that's happened. But that's going to do it for Stukov today. That was a fast game. It was only 15 minutes. Jeez. The talents we went for it: Low Bro, One Good Spread, Growing Infestation, Massive Shove, It Hungers, Pox Pupoli. I still say it wrong. And then at level 20, I don't even know. They changed this. It no longer has increased speed, but when you impact someone into terrain, they're slowed for 50%. And its cooldown is reduced by 15 seconds if the target is pushed for 1.25 seconds. So that could be fun. You also have Top Off, I think, being moved from earlier on in the talent tree. It's now a late game talent, I believe, anyway. Maybe that was Bio Explosion that was moved. I don't know. All of his talents were just kind of jumbled around. Okay. That's it for Stukov. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. See you guys next time.